welcome to the Dr. Hannah Show. This is a special edition. We are here in the outdoors and in London, England. Now today you are going to be hearing the personal stories and their side of the way things went on the island. So now let's welcome Ralph. Hi.
Hey.
So, how are you?
It's been hard adjusting.
Yeah? Well, we're going to hear his story now.
We got on the island and I saw that our plane crashed. I was alone. I met Piggy, who was so smart. We found the conch and I blew it and everyone came. There were little boys, so many, and I was voted chief. Then we heard about the beastie. Jack, the fire boy, said he would kill it. Everything was good. We had food to eat, and we were going to be fine. But then Jack decided that hunting was more important, and he made another tribe. He stole Piggy's glasses and used them to light his fire. I was alone. Jack had the rest of the boys turn against me and be in his tribe. In order to get me out of hiding, Jack lit the whole forest on fire. The war helped us to be rescued. I was so relieved. It was so ironic that evil had done good.
Wow, that was very interesting. So how did you feel when you were elected as chief?
Well, I thought it could work out, but it didn't.
So what was the first thing that you wanted to do when you were elected chief?
Well, I thought a signal fire was very important, and I thought rescue was the most important thing. So that was one of my main priorities, keeping the signal fire going.
So was there any other chance of being rescued besides when the naval officer actually came?
Well, when we first got to the island, there was a chance of being rescued. There was a ship that went by on the horizon, and I was really excited because I knew that Jack and the hunters had kept the fire going. So I went up to the mountaintop, and the signal fire was not lit. I was really disappointed in Jack and the hunters.
Were you angry, or how did you actually like?
Yeah, I was really angry. I was disappointed, like I said, and I just thought that Jack and the other hunters didn't want to be here and didn't want to be rescued.
So how did you feel, because you were on the island with other boys, how did you feel without adults and supervision around?
Well, adults would have been helpful with the order and with the self-control, but, I mean, really we tried to keep our own form of government, and me being elected chief was trying to make matters better, so.
Right. So I heard two of your friends died. How did you feel about that?
Well, Simon was an accident. I'm really sorry, and it wasn't. I mean, I'm sorry, but he just kept reminding me that I was going to be rescued, and just that the signal fire was the most important thing.
Right. What about Piggy?
Well, Piggy's was a murder. It wasn't an accident at all, but. Sorry. He was just so smart, and he just always kept me going as the chief. He was just so intelligent, and I miss him so much.
Alright, we all are for that matter. Stay safe from now on. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.
Are you depressed? Do you have thoughts of suicide? Any frequent mood swings? Are you tired often? Then you need Depress No More.
Side effects may include nausea, vomiting, headaches, constipation, sudden death, or heart attacks. Don't take if pregnant or have history of heart failure.
Welcome back. Here I am with one of the boys, another survivor. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Do you remember your name?
I think I do. I forgot. But then Mommy and Daddy told me. It's Percival Wem's Madison. I know it.
Great job. So, how did you feel on the island with the other boys?
At first I was scared, but then I saw the other boy, and Ralph had the conch, and he threw it. It made a loud sound. They knew what they were doing. Same. I miss my mommy and daddy.
I told everyone my name and address, but they didn't help. No one knew where they were.
Oh, it's okay. They're with you now. They found you, and they gave you your name again, so you know it. So, first of all, can you tell me about the beastie?
We didn't know what it really was. Some thought it was a snake, and I thought it came out of the water. But then Jack said it's nothing, but if it was, he'd kill it. But then one night, the twins died, and then another, Ralph and Jack. I was so scared. It's still alive. It's chasing me at night.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. That was Percival, and now let's bring out our next guest, Officer Challenge. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm great, thanks. It's an honor to be on your show, Dr. Hannah.
Thank you. So tell us, what's your side of the story?
Well, as you already know, I'm the officer who saved the boy. I was sailing on the boat when I saw smoke in the distance. I was curious, so I headed towards the smoke. When I arrived on the island, I saw the boys. They were running around with sticks in their hands. And when I rescued them, they started crying.
So what were you thinking when you saw them? Because I just said they were running around with sticks in their hands. What was going on through your mind?
I was shocked. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. These type of kids, British boys to be exact, were running around and having their own war. I mean, who would have thought that was possible?
Who would have thought that was possible? And even while we're having our own war, I completely agree. Did the appearance of the boys shock you?
Yes. They were all very filthy and their hair needed to be cut. Some of the boys even painted their bodies with colored clay. They looked like savages with those sticks in their hands. They didn't even look like children anymore.
So, I remember you mentioning that the boys were crying. Can you tell us more about that?
Yes, all the boys were crying. The first boy to cry was Ralph, and after he started crying, all the other boys started to cry too. To tell you the truth, I was actually quite embarrassed by it. Their thoughts were filled with just such emotion, I could only imagine what they've been through on the island.
I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been there to rescue them. Because if they were still on the island today, I don't know what would be going on. So thank you very much for being on the show with us.
The pleasure was all mine.
Next, we will be showing you a interview between me and their formal teachers. Unfortunately, she was very hesitant to come and interview with us. So finally, we got her to be able to interview and talk about the boys as they were. So here, you will see it. Hi, welcome. Here I am with Elizabeth Wolf, the boys' formal teacher. And here we are going to get some info. How are you, Miss Wolf?
I'm okay. I'm happy to be here. Kind of honored, that you asked me.
Oh, thank you. So can you tell us about how the boys were before the crash on the island?
Well, I had Jack. I also had Piggy and Ralph. Not at the same time, of course, but I had them, at some point.
Okay, well, can you tell us about Piggy then?
Oh, Piggy. Well, Piggy was a really good student. He was, I'd have to say, one of my favorite students of all time. He was very smart, always on task, always organized. I never had to redirect him. He was a good student.
Wow, well, I can tell, actually. A lot of teachers want those students such as Piggy. So can you tell us about Jack now?
Oh, well, Jack was always a leader. He was always very headstrong. And, if I'd had to say anything about this experience, that I wasn't very shocked that he was a main leader on the island. The one thing that did shock me was the murders.
Oh yeah, that shocked everyone. Probably.
Yeah, it was just devastating, not only for me, but for our whole school, just to be missing somebody and know why they're missing.
So can you tell us about how Jack is now after he's experienced the whole thing?
Well, he's changed. He's definitely changed. One thing is that I see him as more calm, more submissive person, because I'm pretty sure that this whole experience has just taken its toll on him too.
So can you tell us a bit about Ralph now? How he was in class?
Well, Ralph, he was a good student. I mean, he wasn't piggy. He wasn't piggy, but he was a good student. He didn't really attract that much attention.
So would you say he was like mediocre or?
Oh, no, I wouldn't say that. I would never say that about any of my students. But he wasn't average, but he was good. He was a good student.
Okay. So how do you think of him now? Since that time?
Well, him also, I'd say that he's changed. I can't really tell just yet, but I know that this whole experience has taught him something. You know, I don't know if it's for the good or if it's going to harm him, but he's learned something.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, thank you. That's all the time we have for you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Now, as you all know, I am a psychologist, and the reason I brought Percival and Ralph onto the show was for them to show you how they were feeling now, and to tell us about what happened on the island. And you just also saw my interview with their former teacher, Mrs. Wolf, and it was very hard for her to talk about them, the boys, and their new experiences and the way they used to be, and, you know, it's very different. So, before I continue, I'm going to tell you the definition of traumatic experience, so that way you can understand what I'm talking about. Now, traumatic experience involves a threat to life or safety. It also can make one feel lack of security and helpless and vulnerable in what they would call a dangerous world. Now, the first person I interviewed was Ralph, and he witnessed a lot. And it is going to be very hard for him to adjust, just as he said. Now, Ralph said that he thought that the choir boys, also known as the hunters, didn't want to be rescued. Therefore, he must have felt very overwhelmed with keeping the fire going. Ralph is also just a little boy, so throughout the future in his life, it's very possible for him to have nightmares or flashbacks. So, the best natural treatment for Ralph is time and family. It's going to take time to go over what happened on the island, but with help from close family and friends, it's going to go through much faster. Now let me tell you about Percival. Children in our society, we have them memorize their names and their addresses, so that way if they forget or they wander off, let's say in a mall or a grocery store, they can tell their name to an adult and the adult can find their parents. Percival said that he told the boys his name, but nobody could help him, because we wouldn't expect the boys to be able to help him because they are on an island. Percival must have felt abandoned and helpless, and the more frightened and helpless one feels, the more likely they are to be traumatized. Now, in the interview, Percival said that the beastie haunts him at night, and he is having nightmares. Earlier, before the show, I was talking to his mom, and he says he still gets nightmares, and sometimes he has to sleep with the light on or with his parents. Now, as I said earlier, the best treatment is staying close to family, and his parents constantly show him love and protection, and so Percival can overcome his experience. Now, this is all the time we have. We've learned some amazing and heard some amazing stories and events, and we will see you next time on the Dr. Hannah Show.
Ah, there's a spider on my camera! No way. Yeah, for real. Oh my god.